Hi guys, my name is Oshun the Great, and welcome to my beautiful channel. So last night I took the opportunity to finally rewatch the movie Blink Twice, and honestly, I didn't know really what to expect. I knew the trailer was so good to me, and I am a person that's obviously obsessed with symbolism, being a tarot reader, being a person that reads people for a living. And we always, as a collective, we're getting more into like conspiracy theories of like systematic and power play issues and all that. And so I knew it was kind of like that, but I am very hesitant to give Nepo babies their credit. But I think Joy Kravitz she did her big one with this one, and I remember just like I was just already writing notes throughout the whole movie, and I just want to talk about some of the dynamics that I've seen or that I understand in this movie. And I'm already a person that's been thinking lately a lot about like prey and predator dynamics, and because in modern day society, we think that we're so evolved that we're just bypassing the natural order of the animal kingdom when we're very much so still operating from prey predator dynamics. Or in spirituality they say the lower chakras where we think we're in control, but we're being ran a lot of times by like ego or like lust or power or greed, whatever the case might be. It's not to bypass people's personal choices of abusing power, obviously, but it's just understanding that this shit goes down to like the most basic level of the animal kingdom, in my opinion. And so I saw a lot of that from like the prey predator dynamics, from obviously the hierarchies in society. And I think we think as a collective, we think when people get into these higher social dynamics that the hierarchies just dissolve, that there are no power plays, and that there is none of that involved, which it challenged my perspective that like celebrities have it easy when they're kind of caught up in their own cycles too. And so there's like layers upon layers of all of this. And again, it's not to let anyone off the hook about power dynamics, but it's so many layers, from just like everyday life to the basic survival instinct to the higher ups. Like it really challenges the narrative of like, be careful what you ask for, and the grass is not always greener, because we aspire to be these people. And she was flat out showing you like, look at how psychotic a lot of these people are. One, you don't really know what they did or do behind the scenes to get that power, to maintain it. um what we're really asking to aspire to, and how gate kept all that is, and what cost it comes at a cost to be in those kind of social circles. And she was basically saying you guys have no idea, without really, without bluntly saying it. And again, we kind of already know, but it's cool to have a visual to put to it. And I think Channing Tatum did really good as well. Like seeing him go to a very like serious role, but also the comedic timing in this movie was really good as well. They did really good in the imagery and how they used a dark skinned black woman, not a Eurocentric black woman, and all of it like chef's kiss. And yeah, it was so cool. I'm still not knowing what I feel about the ending of the movie, but I think it was done really well, very tastefully. And I'm coming from a perspective, I grew up on like nothing but scary movies, and it's been hard to get myself to have like the attention span to watch movies lately. Like recently, I only watched Good Fortune by with Keanu Reeves and Seth Rogen, and like this movie, I've been waiting. And so yeah, it's very interesting. And so right after that, the movie opens up. The scenery is on point, and when they get to the island, I see like, all the dynamics of manipulation already starts. Boom, he asked for the phone. Oh, you don't have to do nothing that you don't want to do. Boundary pushing, no witnesses, forced intimacy, manufactured intimacy. So these are all like the power plays of abuse that abusive people do. And it's played off like so normal. Love and gift bombing. So asking them on a trip that seems so like luxurious, and all of it. The irony is it's all glamorized. So picking the prey and predator dynamics is picking someone who is vulnerable, and so who would think that all this luxury and stuff is like the ideal dream and everything. Just blatantly pulling off the blindfold of like the power plays already. So when someone's vulnerable or easily in awe, it's easy to love bomb, gift bomb. So it's like get the prey comfortable, and it makes them have the rose-colored glasses, easily like impressed by glitter, isolate them, make them reliant. It was a lot of, and it was moving so fast in the beginning. Uh, Fake choice of autonomy. The whole time he was pushing boundaries, but he kept saying, "But you can leave when you want. You don't have to do anything you don't want to." But it's like that. It starts confusing and blurring lines. Um, the grass is greener dynamic, like don't you want my life, is a huge thing that a lot of predators play off of, because we don't know. I think as normal people and as a spiritualist, we play off this dynamic that somehow our life isn't special because we come from our own challenges, and but what is the price of giving up autonomy really? And like, why do we downplay what it means to have autonomy and freedom of choice? Yeah, and then how much but it could say how much of our freedom of choice is actually freedom of choice. So the predator gives him a new normal and ease. The whole point is to get the prey to relax completely. So I was like, damn, she's hitting all the points, boom, boom, boom. And then forced community and blurred lines. So you're around all these strangers that you don't really know. But the society of politeness is where shit always bites people in the ass, even in real life. There's so much correlation in like real life. Um, so you're with this community, but you don't want to be like the party, the downer, the party hooper. So it's like a forced conformity, and it's subtle, but it's not subtle. And then you start blurring that shit with drugs and all that stuff, and then rules, subtle rules, whether spoken or not, cult and uniform. So all this is disarming them, like and it starts becoming very cult like and controlling once you start introducing like, oh, everyone goes by this code, this uniform. It starts getting very cultish. And so yeah, it's wild. And then the movie starts escalating to this point where the friend goes missing and everything, and they start fucking with the memory. And it kind of alludes to the idea of the conspiracy theories of being sacrificial. There has to be some payment or exchange for you to be in these circles. And so by that point, you're already dependent, you're confused, you're vulnerable, and you're not thinking clear. And so, so the whole point is to kind of obscure your whole idea of the whole point. Was the basis of the natural humanity of animal kingdom is to keep your instinct intact. But all this is to make your instinct be like fucking offline and blurred, and so you go against yourself and your personal instinct. And so the vulnerability, let's see. So yeah, that's what I took notes about. And then it obviously becomes into this thing where since your instinct has been fucked with, and then you have to work within that vulnerability, and then you have to become strategic. And then a lot of it was like, I cried at a part. It was like when the woman started remembering what was happening, because the perfume. They figured out the perfume was like making them forget and shit. because it alluded to the performance of women, of what we have to fake every day just to survive around our own predators. And I thought that was done so tastefully and like so insane, because like what the fuck, it made me cry because I'm like, yeah, and then you're underestimated the entire fucking time too, and then you have to, even if you're awake, you have to go back to playing roles to survive, because your instincts is fucked up. You're thrown into this game without even knowing the whole time all of it. So it was so good, and obviously I liked it, and I do think it's one of those movies that you should watch again. And I definitely watched it. We watch it again, and I think the cast was good. It was like, it was done so tastefully, because some movies I think it wouldn't hit this hard if you pick actors that are like um constantly popular in movies or something. You want to get some actors and stuff that are good, but they're not well known. And the diversity in this one was really good. It was done really tastefully. So yeah, I like it. I fuck with it. I think, I don't know, they might have a second one, and I think like we should. I love this era of making movies that are like think pieces, where it triggers our social dynamics and what we think to be normal and true, and just seeing also women getting a taste of that, and I can see a little bit of like Jordan Peele influence, and and how that triggered a new era and everything too. So yeah, more later. It was really good. It was really good.